Click the link in the description to go to aoa.com, the best place to buy Skull and Bones silver cheap. Use code DTG for 3% off at checkout. Hello and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Skull and Bones and we're going to be doing another outfit guide, and today's is going to be another custom one. So I'm going to be going through 5 different outfits that I have put together that I think look pretty good out of a combination of other pieces. Some of these are imitations of like characters. In this video it's going to be from Pirates of the Caribbean, and some are just ones that I think look cool together. So let's just dive on in and get started. And so just starting us off, I want to show the one that I've been wearing in a bunch of videos recently, and this is the one I call the Kingpin. It's probably my favorite outfit in the game. It's, you know, obviously the one I've been wearing, so it should be no surprise that I actually like it. It's fairly simple because it's mostly one outfit. I just made a couple small changes. So as far as this one goes, it's made up of the prized bicorn, which is part of the Saber Rattler set, so that's the hat. For the eyewear, I did the Defiant eye patch, which is part of the Notoriety garb set. And of course, if you don't have the Notoriety garb set, any other eye patch would work fine. This one just, I think, looks the best for it. For our neckwear, we're wearing the Prospero's Jabot. For our torso covering, we have the Prospero's vest. Our belt is the Prospero's belt. Our gloves are the Prospero's gloves. I do not have any rings on because we have gloves on, but, you know, you could put any you want, and they actually show up over the Prospero's gloves, so that's one of the nice things about these gloves over many others. So I'm going to go with the green pearl bounty because, you know, they look rather fancy. For our legs, once again, the Prospero's pants. Our boots are the Prospero's boots. And then I didn't do a whole lot. I have badges of honor on for my tattoos / bruises. So that is, like I said, the first outfit is called the Kingpin. The reason why I said this one's easy is because it's almost entirely the Prospero's set, which you can see here. I changed out basically just the hat, and I put an eye patch on instead of earrings. Well, actually the eye patch that I picked actually includes earrings. That's because I actually really like this outfit. I think it looks really good. I just personally liked the way it looked with the tricorn instead of the hat. I would like the hat because of all the, you know, the feather and all that sort of stuff, and I like it for other outfits, but it just doesn't look quite right with the outfit because the outfit's very fancy. It looks like it's in really good shape, and the hat looks like it's in really bad shape. And then, like I said, I like the eye patch because it adds a little bit of extra level to the, you know, makes you look a little bit more experienced, which is what we're going for with the Kingpin. So that's our first outfit. Fairly simple. We're going to get a little bit more custom from here on out. So that's the first one. Let's go to the second one. And so for our next outfit, we have the one that I came up with, Captain Barbosa from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And now at first glance, you know, maybe you're like, that doesn't look like his outfit, but actually it comes decently close. It's not crazy far off. Of course, it's not perfect, but I like it. And I think, like I said, I think it comes pretty decently close. So for the hat on this one, it's the Prospero's hat. So like I said, that's part of the Prospero set. It comes the closest, at least currently in the game, to looking like his. It's got the big fancy feather. It's a big wide brimmed hat, like the style he prefers. For our face accessory, I didn't do anything. Barbosa has long hair, so if you want to try matching the physical appearance to him, you're going to want sort of a medium length, scraggly brown beard, and then long, like shoulder length brown hair, because that's, you know, what he has. For neckwear, I went with the Sea Wolf's noose. It's part of the Bounty Hunter set. Barbosa wears like a short chain with a medallion on it that, you know, doesn't look like anything that currently exists in the game, but this one comes decently close. This one's a bit too long. It should be a little bit higher up on the neck, but I think it kind of fills the role. The jacket I used was Skurlock's jacket. I considered one of the smuggler looking ones, but I think this one comes a little bit closer to the style. It's got the belt going across it. It has the vest and the shirt like his does, and it's got the, you know, long overcoat look to it, even with the arm cuffs. So I think this one comes decently close to looking like Barbosa's, just a little bit fancier and a little bit more colors. For our belt, I went with the Black Venom. There weren't any that were super close to Barbosa's, but this one comes decently close. It's got some stuff hanging off. Barbosa's has a long yellow cloth hanging off of it. We couldn't find anything like that, but this one has the pistol in its belt, just like Barbosa keeps on his, so this one comes as close as I could get. For our gloves, I went with the Roguish gloves. Really any knuckle length gloves will work, because that's the style that he wears, at least on his left hand. I don't know if his right hand actually has a glove, so it's possible that a glove set with just a left hand glove that's a knuckle glove would work better, but I picked these. And because I was wearing those gloves, I didn't go with any rings, and I also don't think Barbosa wears any rings. For pants, I went with the Coast Guard breeches because they give you the slightly more puffy look, and they're green. Barbosa wears green breeches that are fairly puffy. These ones are a little bit lighter green than his are, but they still come closest out of all the ones that I looked at. For the boots, I went with the Heavy Jack boots. They look really, really similar to the boots that he wears. And then I didn't go in depth with any tattoos or anything like that because he doesn't appear to have any distinctive tattoos or scars, I guess. I mean, his face has some scars on it, some cuts, but I didn't really go into that level of depth depth with the body cosmetics. So that is where I landed with Barbosa. Like I said, I think it comes decently close. You might want to go with darker pants. Like I said, his are green, but they're very dark green. So if you don't like the light green and you think that throws it off, maybe a brown would work better. But overall, this does actually look quite a bit like the outfit Barbosa wears in Pirates of the Caribbean. So that's our second outfit. Let's move on to the third one. For this next one, hopefully you can tell what it is just from a glance, but this is my attempt at Captain Jack Sparrow. Now, obviously, I could have gone a little bit in depth with the character customization on this one. I go with the dreadlocks that he wears, the slightly different beard, give him something that looks a little bit more like his, go with the brown, and then of course Jack Sparrow's iconic eyeliner. All of those things I think can be done in the character customization, so if that's what you're going for, if you want to go for the Jack Sparrow look, you can. Other than that, I think this is at least currently as close as you can come to his outfit, because these items look pretty dang similar to the ones that he wears. Obviously, like I said, the dreadlocks and his little weird looking forked chin beard do a lot for his look, but this comes close to the outfit. So the hat I did with the pilfered tricorn, which is part of the blockade runner set. It looks exactly like his and has the red bandana underneath just like he wears. For our face accessory, I didn't do any. Earrings would probably be appropriate, but again, he has dreadlocks, so it's hard to tell, and if you were trying to look like him, you would do that, and so it would cover it anyway. Same thing for necklace. He does not appear to wear any neckwear. For our coat, I did the Rum Runner's jacket. Other than the fact that it doesn't have a shirt so your whole chest is exposed, this looks exactly like his jacket, or at least really similar. It's got roughly the same color, basically the same style, and sits the same. You don't have his sword belt going across your chest, which is important, and it's why I considered going with this variant of the Gunrunner top, the black variant, just because it has that belt going across, but I thought the rest of it didn't look like Jack's, and it had all that red on it like Jack doesn't have. So that is why I went with the Rum Runner jacket for this outfit. For our belt, we went with the Seabreeze waistband, which is part of the Indigo Glory set. This one is kind of close to his. His is a double buckle belt, and I couldn't find any that looked like that, and on top of that, I wanted to make sure to add the pistol because he's got his iconic pistol. So I think this one is the best option, but any that have a pistol sticking out will be a decent option. I didn't do any gloves because he doesn't appear to wear any gloves at any point in any of the films. He does wear rings, and he has a configuration with 2 on the left hand and 1 on the right hand, so 1 on the index finger on each hand and then 1 on the ring finger on the left hand, so he wears 3 rings. So this one is, I went with the loner's rings because it has the right configuration. We've got 1 on each index finger and 1 on the left ring finger as well. For our pants, his pants appear to be sort of a brownish green, but they're fairly dark and don't look all that cinched at the bottom, so I ended up going with the torn hide leggings, which are part of the Iron Reaver set, because they come pretty close to looking like his. Like I said, the color is off just slightly because they should have a slightly green tint, but the green ones that I could find were all too bright, so I ended up going with these ones. Boots for this one, we have the Curus boots, which are part of the Indigo Glory set. These are perfect. They look almost exactly like the ones he wears because he's got the really big cuffs on his boots in the movies. That's part of his iconic look. And so that is our Jack Sparrow outfit. Like I said, it looks pretty dang close. If you had the dreadlocks and everything, it would look basically perfect other than the whole open chest thing, but still, even with all that considered, it's still pretty decent. It looks like a good pirate outfit, and it looks a lot like Jack's outfit. For our fourth outfit, I went with one that I like to call the Renegade. This one, I think, just looks really cool. It's not based on anything in particular, but I think it's the items all come together to make a pretty cool looking and very unique, considering I've never seen anyone else wearing anything like this in the game. Very unique outfit. So this one is made up of the following pieces. We have the Desperado headwear, so just a plain looking bandana wrapped in the back. I think that looks pretty cool for this outfit. For facial accessory, you could go with pretty much anything you want. I think an eye patch looks best, and there's quite a few options that look fine, but I like the Silver Shadow for the Shadow Seeker set the best. It just, it doesn't look really shabby, but it also doesn't look fancy or anything like that, because I'm not going for fancy with this outfit. Then for our neckwear, I went with the Coxswain neckwear. It's one of my favorite pieces of neckwear in the game. It says medallions for luck, rare coins for status, so it's just, rare coins taken from different plunders, so I think it fits the pirate vibe and also looks quite cool. For our jacket, we have the DMC soldier top, which says a shirt worn by Dutch soldiers, so it's just a plain sailor's soldier jacket. I think this one looks pretty cool. Again, it's one of the better tops in the game because it actually has a shirt underneath it, but it also just looks well kept. but old. So it fits the outfit really well. For a belt, I actually went with the coxswain belt, which I've never used for an outfit before just because it's just a piece of rope. But it's got a pretty cool looking pistol that they've got equipped for it, and you can see the whole pistol, and it's one of the few ones that looks really good with this coat. So despite the fact that it's just a rope, I think this one looks really good with it. So that's why I went with the coxswain belt. For our gloves, I went with the Bleedin' Mad, which is part of the Sanguine set. I just think it, also looks good with the outfit. Our rings, I wanted to keep it simple, went with the citrine ring, so it's just on that one hand, and it's just a very plain, basic looking ring. I think it looks cool. Our pants, we have these skinned trousers, which are part of the Ocean Reaver set. They're just a plain, tighter brown trousers with a piece of metal or whatever. It might be a patch, I'm not sure, but it kind of looks like a piece of armor strapped onto one thigh, which I just think, again, looks cool with the vibe of the outfit I'm going for. And then our boots are the Muddy Jack boots, which are part of the Sanguine set. Again, they just fit the whole vibe. So that's like I said, the Renegade. I think this one's pretty dang cool. It's definitely one of my favorite outfits that I've ever come up with. So that's our fourth one. Let's move on to the fifth and final outfit for today's video. And then, of course, lastly, for our fifth and final outfit, we've got the one that I'm sure my wife would like the most. Charles Vane from, what's the show called? Black Sails. I almost called it Skull and Bones, but that's the game we're playing. So this is Captain Charles Vane. They definitely went a little bit more edgelordy with him in the show. I don't know if you've ever watched Black Sails, but it's more of a drama than a pirate show. But with that being said, this outfit actually comes pretty dang close to looking like probably his most iconic outfit. Now, throughout the show, it changes. Sometimes he's wearing a jacket. Sometimes he's got, other stuff on. But this comes pretty close. Now, obviously, you should picture it with a long head of disheveled, dirty-looking brown hair, even longer than Barbosa's, so almost nipple length, longer than shoulder length. So that goes in. Of course, he keeps it swept back in kind of like a half pony, so looks goofy either way, but not short red hair. This looks more like Billy Bones from the show. But that being said, the rest of this outfit comes pretty dang close. I actually really like this one. So I went with no hat. Then for our face accessory, we just have the Prospero's earring, but any single earring in the right ear will do, because I believe he wears an earring in the right ear. For our neckwear, we went with the Favored Adornments, part of the Sanguine set. It looks pretty similar to the necklace that he wears. His is a little bit, again, shorter chain, but it looks a lot like this shape-wise. For our top, we have the cast-off top. It's just a short shirt, basically, with rolled-up sleeves, so anything with a darker color like that is going to match his fairly well. I think this one probably matches it the best out of all the available pieces of clothing in the game. For our belt, we have the thick soldier's sash from the Saber Rattler set. None of them were perfect, because obviously he carries at least one sword, sometimes two, and a pistol, and we couldn't get anything like that. But this one has about the right color and obviously has a visible blade, so that helps too. So that's the belt I went with. For our armwear, I went with the Mutineer's forearms because they come pretty dang close to looking like his. Our rings, I just went with the Hessonite ring because you can see rings on his fingers in some pictures, but they're just plain looking gold rings, and so this one matches fairly well. For our pants, I went with the Prospero's pants because they look a lot like the pants he's wearing. They're nice, close cropped, clean-ish looking, but much closer to skin tight like he wears in the show, and of course a dark color. And then finally for the boots, we went with the Mariner boots, which are part of the Mariner set because they look a lot like the boots that he wears in the show. So that is our fifth and final outfit. Like I said, that one's supposed to be Captain Charles Vane from Black Sails. That's all 5 of them. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it useful if you were trying to come up with a more creative custom outfit in the game. I like all 5 of these. I think they all look pretty good. That's all for today. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.